So during my livestream of Majora's Mask 3D, I pointed out that skipping across water as Deku Link works a little differently now. And this apparently caused quite the reaction online, with some people saying this is a huge problem, and others insisting I was doing it wrong and didn't know what I was talking about. And while that might be the case sometimes, I figured we should take a closer look at the issue to see if it really has changed. Okay, so in the original Majora's Mask, one of Deku Link's unique skills was the ability to skip across the water, which is something you had to do at several points in the game. But there's a catch. You could only hop on the water 5 times before sinking. Now the distance you hopped each time was actually dependent on how fast you were going when you entered the water, with the extra momentum carrying you noticeably further. So for example, if we attempt to hop to the next lily pad from the edge of this one, we can see that Deku Link doesn't have quite enough momentum to reach it. But if we start running from the middle of the lily pad, that gives him enough room to build up speed and just barely make it. And so far, this is all exactly the case in the 3DS version too. But as you can see, we're still cutting it pretty close. But thankfully, there was a technique in the original version of the game you could use to make it far more manageable, and that's Deku Link's spin attack, which gave Deku Link a near instant speed boost. So let's see what happens if we use it just before entering the water. Well, I'll be a son of a Deku scrub. We made it in 4 bounces instead of 5, so the extra speed allowed us to cover far more distance with each bounce. So let's try that in the 3DS version. Well, that's weird. It didn't seem to have any effect at all, as it still takes a full 5 bounces to reach that lily pad. And here's why. In the 3DS version of the game, the spin attack no longer gives you an instant speed boost. Sure, it still increases your top speed, but only after you build up to your normal top speed first, which takes some time and requires a fair amount of room. Because of this, it's much harder to pull off this water skipping trick on the 3DS, but it is still possible. You just need to get a running start first, but again, that is easier said than done given the small size of those lily pads. So hopefully this provides a little more enlightenment on how exactly water skipping works in Majora's Mask 3D. Thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned to GameXplain.com for more Majora's Mask 3D and other things gaming too.